A museum to showcase rich architectural traditions of Indian temples will be built in Ayodhya, and 25 acres of land has been identified for the project. Following a suggestion from Prime Minister Narendra Modi that the city should take up projects to ensure an extended stay of pilgrims visiting the Ram temple. PM Modi made the suggestion to senior functionaries of the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust who met him on October 25th to invite him for the consecration ceremony at the under construction Ram temple on January 22. The Prime Minister agreed to it and said he felt blessed that he would witness the historic occasion. Sources said a host of other projects are also being undertaken in Ayodhya on these lines so that pilgrims arriving in the town to pay obeisance at the Ram temple find enough reasons to stay for a long period. Pakistan Rangers engaged in unprovoked firing targeting 5 Indian posts along the international border in the Arnia and Araspura sectors, which led to the injury of a border security force Jawan and 4 civilians. Security forces successfully also thwarted an infiltration attempt to 5 Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists across the LOC in Kupwara district. As a result of the operation, all 5 terrorists were killed. This is the second ceasefire violation in October. On October 19, 2 BSF Jawans were injured in firing by Pakistan Rangers at the Vikram post along the IB in Arnia sector. India and Pakistan had signed a ceasefire agreement on February 25, 2021, in which both nations agreed to strictly observe all agreements on ceasefire along the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir and other sectors. The Chhattisgarh government has issued an advisory allowing the bursting of firecrackers for 2 hours on the occasion of Diwali, Chhat, Guru Parva, Christmas, and New Year. The time windows for Diwali would be between 8 pm and 10 pm. Firecrackers are burst with great pomp and show during the festivals, especially Diwali, but in view of the increasing pollution in the environment, the Housing and Transport Department of Chhattisgarh has issued guidelines regarding the burning of firecrackers. As per the issued guidelines, the duration for exploding firecrackers on Diwali and Guru Parva is from 8 pm to 10 pm. For Chhat Puja, the timings are from 6 am to 8 am, and on New Year and Christmas, timings are from 11:55 to 12:30 am, an official statement said. Chinese former Premier Li Keqiang died of a heart attack on Friday, barely 7 months after retiring from a decade in office, during which his reformist star had dimmed. He was 68. Li was premier and head of China's cabinet under Xi for a decade until stepping down from all the political positions in March. Once viewed as a top Communist Party leadership contender, Li was sidelined in recent years by President Xi Jinping, who tightened his grip on power and steered the world's second largest economy in a more statistic direction. Li was popularly perceived as more liberal by the masses. Delhi's air quality deteriorated to the very poor category today and is predicted to worsen further due to unfavorable meteorological conditions, according to weather monitoring agencies. The city's average air quality index stood at 301 at 12 noon, worsening from 261 on Friday, according to the Central Pollution Control Board. The AQI was 286 in neighborhood Ghaziabad, 268 in Faridabad, 248 in Gurugram, 284 in Noida, and 349 in Greater Noida. Nagaland has registered 2,909 dengue cases since June this year, the highest in nearly 2 decades, a senior official said on Friday. The health department, however, said the situation is under control and there was no need to panic. Addressing a press conference here, Director of National Health Mission, Nagaland, E. Motsutang Paton, said as per available records since 2005, the state has seen a high increase in dengue cases with 2,909 confirmed infections out of the 8,107 samples tested since June. A Qatari court has handed down the death penalty to 8 former Indian Navy personnel who were detained in Doha in 2022. The reason for their detention by Qatari authorities remain undisclosed. Many aspects of the case, including the specific crime for which the men have been condemned to death, have not been publicly revealed. Infosys founder N.R. Narayan Murthy sparked a huge debate online when he advocated for a 70-hour work week. Appearing on a podcast, Mr. Narayan Murthy said, India's work productivity is one of the lowest in the world and asked the youth to contribute towards building the culture so that India can compete effectively on the global stage. He also drew parallels with Japan and Germany, two countries that implemented the extended working hours after the Second World War. But he is not the first corporate leader to have suggested a similar thing. Bhavish Agarwal, the CEO of Ola, endorsed Mr. Narayan Murthy's advice, saying on X that it is our movement to go all in and build in one generation what other countries have built over many generations. Mr. Narayana Murthy had made a similar call for professionals to work long hours in 2020 when he said that Indians should work 60 hours a week for the next 2 to 3 years to revive the post-pandemic economy. The Indian Space Research Organisation ISRO announced on Friday that the Chandrayaan 3 mission's lander module Vikram displaced approximately 2.06 tons of lunar regolith rocks and soil during its historic landing on the moon's surface. The event, which occurred on August 23, marked a significant milestone in India's space exploration endeavors. Chandrayaan 3's lander module Vikram, along with the rover Pragyan, successfully landed near the moon's south polar region at the Shivashakti point. During its descent, Vikram generated a spectacular ejecta halo, a phenomenon where lunar material was expelled and displaced over an area of 108.4 square meters around the landing site, ISRO said. A massive landslide hit an under construction dam in Arunachal Pradesh on Friday, affecting a 2000 megawatt hydroelectric project and reducing water flow in Assam's Subansiri River. Chunks of the hill came crashing down about 300 meters from the dam, showed a video that has gone viral. blocking a diversion tunnel in the Subansiri River and leading to a drastic reduction in the downstream water flow. This was the only diversion tunnel in use at the Subansiri Lower Hydroelectric Project, as the other four diversion channels had already been blocked earlier. The National Hydroelectric Power Corporation said. With Odisha Assembly elections barely 6 months away, Congress MLA C.S. Rajan Ekka was on Thursday found treating patients and prescribing medicines at a community health center at Raj, Rajgangpur in Sundargarh district. Mr. Ekka, a doctor by profession, before getting elected to the Odisha Assembly from Rajgangpur, reached the CHC after people complained about the absence of doctors at the facility. An MBBS degree holder and a former Indian Army doctor, Mr. Ekka said, the people of the area are denied basic health services due to absence of doctors. As I am a doctor by profession, I prefer to solve people's problems. I was told that doctors haven't come to the CHC for the last 3 to 4 days. As the MLA was treating patients at the hospital, videos went viral in social media. India has now kicked off the formal acquisition process for 26 Rafale Marine fighter jets and associated equipment by issuing a request to the French government for the mega deal estimated to be worth around 50,000 crore. The detailed letter of request was issued by the Defense Ministry to the French Directorate General of Armaments for the proposed deal, which will include 22 single-seat jets and 4 twin-seat trainers, along with weapons, simulator, spares, crew training, and logistics support. Rajasthan police seized election freebies worth 200 crore, including cash, liquor, narcotics, and jewelry, since the Model Code of Conduct came into force on October 9, a top official said Saturday. Leading a team of 12 officers, Inspector General of Police Vikas Kumar has formed a storm club to keep a strict vigil across the state and ensure voters are not illegally influenced by the candidates during the campaign for November 25 polls. So far, we have made recoveries to the tune of 214 crores, which includes 25 crore cash, liquor worth 20 crore, and jewelry and gold worth 20 crores, said Mr. Kumar. Over 2 lakh minors are estimated to have been sexually abused in Spain by the Roman Catholic clergy since 1940, according to an independent commission report published Friday. Spain's parliament in March 2022 overwhelmingly approved the creation of an independent commission led by the country's ombudsman to shed light on allegations of sexual abuse of defenseless boys and girls within the Catholic Church. The report said a poll of over 8,000 people found that 0.6% of Spain's adult population of around 39 million people said they had suffered sexual abuse by members of the clergy when they were still children, which translates to 234,000 people. Union Minister of State for Electronics and Information Technology, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, on Friday announced that India's Tata Group will start making iPhones for domestic and global markets. With that, Tata Group is set to become India's first homegrown iPhone maker after Taiwan's Western Group agreed to sell a plant in Bengaluru, a deal that cost India's largest conglomerate $125 million. And these are the recently released Hindi movies, out of which 12th Fail is a good movie, Pyari Wali The True Story is a good movie, Sajoni Shinde ka viral video is interesting, Tejas is bad and Ganpat is also bad. So if you are planning for a good movie, you can check out these movies. And this is the current World Cup points table with South Africa on the top and England at the bottom.